Oh, here she be. Well, here's the truck that the engine's going in. Told you a little special deal, and that's his truck, not mine. He won't give it to me.
Never.
Never.
I'll tell you what, Steve, if you're watching this, thank you for letting me borrow the trailer, but I think all 4 tires are different sizes.
Yeah, bent axles.
I think the other, okay, so the axles are bent. Okay, I thought one was towed out on the other side.
They're bent
like
axles.
One's straight and one's towed out.
He's probably had about 12,000 pounds on this at one time.
A little nerve-wracking.
But because my trailer wouldn't work. So we had to borrow this one. So let's get this thing unloaded and get it to... I got a little OR room set up here. Don't mind the house and the yard. There's so much going on. I'm actually cutting the grass today, but there's the OR room right there. OR1. OR2 is taken. What's up, cat? Be back in just a minute. As y'all can hear that thing pecking. And when we get this thing done, we're going to line it up against mine and see how this thing is against mine. So we trailered over here because I'm keeping that engine. That's mine. That's payment for the job and buying another engine for it. So as you can hear it. So we're gonna get started pulling the engine. I'll bring y'all around. Well, Ethan's en route. We're going to be yanking this motor. Well, beginning to start yanking it. We only got a few hours before the rain hits again. But I'm a little upset about something. Bought our forever home 4 years ago. And, you know, I used a VA to help me get it, you know. And restored farmhouse in the county. And living the county life. Well, I get a phone call at work today. It was my wife. Somebody had showed up and said 3 weeks ago they rezoned and now we're part of the city. And they had a list of infractions. They said I got 30 days. So I'm going to go to city council on said Monday night and express my feelings because spent a lot of money on this home and we're doing more restoration on it that's been needed because it's a farmhouse. It's in the county. So I have to stop and pay thousands of dollars to have my son stop what he's doing on the house and go ahead and build us a large privacy fence. And I gotta get some cars off the property. Everything runs except the Ranger. Not all of them has, you know, end date tags, but you know, I gotta. No, in 4 years, and they take this away from me. I'm going to council and demanding they're going to give me some more time because it's a lot on me. I'm behind here because I'm about a one-man operation, and I'm having to pay my son to do the house because I can't physically do that anymore. I am disabled mentally, but physically, I'm half robot. I'm more titanium than flesh. That's not a complaint. I'm proud to be alive. Thank God every single day. And but it looked like a kid. It looked like a cat. I mean, you ought to see this kitten playpen that she bought. I'll put a picture up. It's pretty comical. So yeah, yeah. But anyway, I'm a little upset, and I'm a little I don't stay upset about things for very long. I give it to him, but I'm really upset about this because now I got to move 3 months worth of. I got what I was going to do in 3 months. I got to get done a whole lot sooner than that. I mean, I was going to fix everything that they infracted me on, but now I got to hurry up and do it and come up with more money and pay higher property taxes. jack wagons. Just pull the motor. Well, normally people drain coolant and stuff like that first. I just go after parts. That's all I do. And disconnect things. Just make sure they go back to where they were. You know, pretty much how it goes.
Hello.
What's up? I just started.
Help me.
No, you should. I just took off.
Yeah.
So we're on camera. Oh yeah.
The day for this, then save it for the morning.
No, the day I've had. I've done explained on camera what's going on. Well, we've come this far. This phone finally charged back up, so got everything disconnected, we believe, and we're gonna be yanking this puppy out. So put your back on the stand here, move some brooms out of the way. Thing on in there.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Let's slow down a little more. You can start doing it like this.
This is what I'm worried about. This is what I
Yeah, this is okay.
It's okay.
Teamwork. Just stand on it. Literally, just all your work.
I can do that if you want to keep it from falling towards you, swinging towards you. With more than one arm. Okay, never mind. It didn't swing as much as I thought it was. I'll just.
All right. Now we're both gonna have to kind of tug on this. You put your weight down right there. No, just stand right there. Don't let go. Don't stand on it. Look, it's got it. We're just gonna put a little weight and then we're gonna pull just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's watch your fingers. I don't want you pinching there. Mine just did.
We're working against each other. Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's good. Go ahead and jack it up and let's clear that radiator support. All right, go ahead and stop right there. Now, I want you to bring it in higher than you need to. Remember I said we need room to swing it around? That's what I was saying there. All right. Well, as y'all can tell, we got it out. It wasn't that hard of a job. There it is. So when I get tearing this thing down, well, what I need to take off this engine, like the headers and stuff like that, we're going to be sticking it on that engine right there, and then we're going to be stabbing it back in. But before that, he's going to be detailing under this hood and all. So we'll bring y'all back around. Yeah, we got a lot happening right now. Trying to straighten the wing out. And ain't moved none. There's the other one. Got the headers off. He's cleaning those up really good before we slap some VHT on it. I got the flywheel and, flex plate, and the center plate off, and the mounts. But I'm gonna tell you what, he put a slicking on the inside of this engine compartment. Right there. Look at the hood. Yep. Yeah, we got a little mess going on, but we good. Bring you around, about ready to stab this thing. Well, I'll bring you around when I gotta get the engine back together with everything. So I gotta go help my wife. Hold on a minute. Go help my wife. She's looking at, she's extending her flower garden. So. Either don't know it yet, but we bought this. Hey, what's the brand on that? Grants.
Grants, yes.
Grants from that steamer jobber from Hobo Freight. And it did all right on the other engine. It just took a long time. So it's probably worth its weight in gold on interior work and stuff like that. But for real engine work, for its size and all, no, it just don't. It acts like it's blasting a lot out there, but it's not really doing a whole bunch. That's your cue to use it. Unedited. So it looks like a lot's going on, but it's not. A whole bunch does go on, and you really need that brush to go with it on, just even dirt and grime on an engine. It works, it's just that it sure takes a while. But I give it 4 out of 5 because I haven't got to see it in use on interior work, which I think it'll do great on carpets and dash work. I think it'll really do good. Came with a lot of attachments. So yeah. It hasn't broke yet. And as you can tell by the nozzle, I used it to clean this. This was just caked. It did a pretty good job. It took me about 30-40 minutes, but I got it. But that in the back, you can see the difference. So, like I said, 4 out of 5. I'm out. We got updates. As you can tell, we got the headers on, we got pulleys on, EGR, and motor mounts.
So we're getting close to stabbing this deal. I gotta wait till I get it off the stand so I can put the rear main on it. And yes, I'm putting just the seal on it. And the plate and the flex plate got to go on. So if you're wondering what this is, it comes with a weld already machined in it right here. And it looks like a block heater. So we're gonna leave it on there, and we might find a cord to fit that one day, and it might come in handy. So we're leaving it. But she's getting close. When we get it up in the air and start working on the rear main, I'll get y'all back in on that. I don't know why it's not focusing.
Focus.
Focus, focus. Finally focused. Where's Ethan? The engine's together. We got the rear main in there, and I didn't film that because if y'all keep up with my stuff and saw me put the front seal in when I did the water pump and the time belt, everything on my wife's Honda, I used the same procedure. Screw, and I couldn't find my little slide hammer, so I just, put a set of side cutters on it and use the flange of the flywheel, the flange of the rear of the crank as a fulcrum, and pulled it right out after 3 tries. But we got it out, but it's ready to go in. We got the TCI 11-inch in there, the breakaway, so we're ready to meld these two together. So we get it just dropped in there. I don't know, let me see this battery power I got. 97. I'll put it on the stand. Now let's get close, then we'll jack it up.
My feet, shoes are slipping. Oh, I'm stuck on it. That wheel needs to.
Yeah. Welcome to Engine Hoist Live.
Hit it with a hammer?
No, just stand on it. Just stand on it, because I'm going. Yeah, let's see if we can get that to move now. We can get my wrenches off here.
Putting up for the night?
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to bolt anything on.
Oh no, we're not bolting anything on. Just wanted it in there. So weight and all that. So give me my hammer.
Here, I'll get the light down for you,
you have
too.
to reach.
Here, I'll get the light down for you too. Just to hold it up. Like, you want to get it? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they did that stuff in high school. Andy Warren used to do it, one of my best friends in high school. He figured out real quick it wasn't a good idea to do that. Yep. But another guy did it, and his knee swelled up. So. This little guy can leg press 800 pounds. Well, as y'all can see, it's in. It fought us a little bit, but you know, the vehicle's, I mean, it's up to my chest, and I got to use, you know, my magic legs. And where the hoist is just, there's holes in the ground below us, and it was, yeah. But anyway, it's in. And I don't have anything bolted yet, but it's in there secure. Transmission's up against it. Voila. Jack's up underneath it. So we're gonna hang it up for tonight. Because I want to play drums this weekend, so I don't want to work too hard. I had the Ethan covered for me again, so we'll bring y'all back around when we start buttoning this thing up. So he got that intake, y'all can't tell, but he got that intake all spoofed up. So can't wait to stick that on. And y'all can tell he really worked on the engine compartment here, so he made our nice clean engine look dirty. So. But anyway, we'll bring y'all back around. We'll start buttoning this thing up. Well, we run into a very minor snag. It was raining yesterday, so we really didn't care. These are the transmission bolts that come out of the engine that was in here. We don't know what year it was. I took pictures on the block, but I didn't look. This is an 05. This engine come out of an 05 truck by the VIN and everything that we bought it from LKQ, blah, blah. But it had metric bell housing bolts. I don't know, I haven't pulled mine being a factory 04, but if this is a factory 05, it's supposed to, and it did have 3/8 by 16. Got a few more than that. I also got the higher grade variety here. I got them a little too long, didn't I? Anyway. The ones that went into the bell housing through the tangs on the bottom of the block, those are metric. So bolt holes on the transmission, the threaded bolt holes this direction, metric. Well, they just can't get it together, can they? Oh. Boom. These work fine. I was hoping to do the right length so I get these two in and somewhat secure. I'll tighten them from the bottom. I want to go ahead and get the intake on this engine. That's what I'm after. It's not supposed to rain today, but it sure looks like it's gonna. I got a wedding to go to later on and then a funeral after church tomorrow. At least we know the right ones. This is the proper length.
way off. At least we know we got the right ones. Now let me test he had through bolts going through on the headers. I'm trying to find the correct ones to go on. So let me see if these 1/2 inch go on that flange. Because it was an afterthought. So, but what I did grab also, when I was down there, these were the 2 top bell housing bolts. Larger than the others, slightly. We'll just see if they'll fit this header. It's supposed to be a direct replacement, so it might be the same thread pattern. Because nah, the flange on these the flange on the bottom of this header here, these are equal, excuse me, they're equal length, but they're shorty headers. Looks like 1 3/4 inches. But either way, it takes a 7/16. I was at Lowe's, I couldn't find a coarse thread 7/16 bolt to save a life. Grade 8, grade 5, grade butter bolt, it didn't matter, I couldn't find it. But anyway, so I'm gonna do a little cleanup on here and get the intake ready to be mated. We need to put some ground straps on first. Oh, crap. My favorite cleaning surfaces, I'm going to go with these whites from here on out. The blues I've been using for years, but you only can use them so much. Like any other, rag, it'll come apart. But these are very strong. And of course, never use the red for final clean because there'll be little red stringies on there. But I will tell you, I have oil from the bottom of Optimus's leg all the way down. I did not realize that intake held oil in the side corner. I was wondering why I saw little spots of oil. Let's put the intake back and forth just to put it under the hood. Oh no. Alright. Almost forgot to put my ground strap on between the head. It's just easy to get to the bolt. Remember, this is a non-MDS engine, so don't have to worry about all that. Good time. Dog just runs around, big old dog.
Unload your torque wrench or throw it away. Unless you have the kind you don't have to unload. Alright. I'm going to plug in these coil packs. I'm not going to put the locks on yet because I don't know if it's going to be easier with or without the plug wires on. And we're probably going to change some of these coil packs out. We have an extra set. There. D. Oh, there it is. I don't know if y'all noticed when I was putting the engine in, I was trying to get it to shift over. My foot slipped off this and it broke the EGR. It's down here, you can't see it. I got another EGR. I just got to take the broke stud out. So let me get the plug wires on. I'd like to get this buttoned up right here. It's a visual deal I can send Ethan because he's got a lot going on, you know. Getting married in a couple of weeks while this is being done. He just bought a new house. He's working with the construction team on that to get stuff done that are proper around their new home. You know, full-time salesman job. Yeah, he's in youth pasture. I mean, geez. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on, but I mean, for a young man, that is a lot going on. I gotta go check my phone. My son's supposed to be here working on the fence. He's not here yet. I can dog him because he doesn't watch any. My kids don't even watch my own videos. So. You know, the sad part is, he pulled this off. I hope I get everything where it's supposed to go. I will. Ooh-wee, oh, oh. Oh. All right. Like I said, he pulled those off, so we've got to figure it out. I just need to remember, back here, I already got the plug-ins. There's nothing else to plug in back here since we do not have the MDS system. I'm not going to plug this in until I get these routed properly. So I've got a hole there. Put that under there. And then we got a tang hole here for a tab. Hole here and a hole here. So and that's at an angle, so if I get my mathicals right, looks like we're gonna go here. There we go. Just want some area. there. These out. These are the factory wires. I'm not going to ask y'all to prove me wrong, but you probably can on this one here on the Hemi people. But I own one, and I know people who own them. I've never had to put wires on these. So, and since it is a Chrysler, Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, whatever, it's going to be, of course, 1843672, and this is going to be one on this over here, and this is going to be the odd side, it's going to be the even side. So, if we go by the numbering, I'm going to do this one since I can see it easier. This is a waste spark system, 2 plug per cylinder. Already got the plugs in it. This is 4 and 7, so 2, 4. You gotta go find the retainer. We got a whole nother set, so I got parts. Nothing right there. I think that does that on the here deal. We'll wait to put that on because I really want to know what we did with the vacuum that goes to the vacuum booster. So let's go ahead and swap this out. Let's go ahead and put the throttle body on since I got the tools up here. There. Is it a factory Chrysler? Dirt dauber. You know, it's a certain way I hold it so I can feel. That's real. I mean, that's real. That's just experience, guys. And kind of lets me gauge the counter torque on it. So, yep. Y'all probably think you're old school. I am old school, but I'm also Master SC certified in L1. Way back in the day, but we've had our share of vortex and stuff with the spiders and the plastic intakes and Yamaha. And, yeah, so I know my way around plastics. So that would probably be best going under here. I'm not going to put these hose pipes on until I get the motor mount tight, and still need that plastic clip to go right there. And this is a normal gasket that you would stick on here. It's going in inventory because he has a colder than normal intake setup for induction. I mean, he's even got almost the same brand muffler on mine. We're almost identical, except I'm running long tube headers. I was running electric fan, kind of find out, you know, pulling, a 10,000 pound load, it doesn't hold up with crap, but I put the factory one back on it. Other than Cam and his gearing, we're pretty much the same setup. So, I'm not belittling it whatsoever, saying I'm not. It's just that I just want to know what it'll do, with the new stage 1 cam in it. So, alright. I'm going to get to fixing the other EGR. I'll bring them back around when I'm going a little further on it, because like I said, I still got to put bell housing bolts. I got to tighten the motor mounts. I was just doing this as a visual for him to ease his mind. It's easy work. What'd that take? 10 minutes? For the record, this is a factory unit. Let's see this factory size. Yeah, that's a replacement, but it's factory size.
You don't know how bad this excites me to see it like this.
Man, it took like 10 minutes to get that battery in there.
Sorry.
I wasn't tall enough. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
but you know, that needs to be drilled out. It doesn't fit. That one does.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that. Do you know where the engine, the chassis ground is when you're putting it back together, or is it one of these?
Engine, here, chassis. That's the ground.
Well, they grounded the engine to the battery, and the battery to the chassis.
Yeah.
That's weird because usually they separated. They usually keep it.
Because remember,
separated.
there's two that went in the back, but they just went from head to head. So I was not impressed either with that. So
We may change some of this up a little bit because I don't like that. Because where the engine ground is, I may crawl under there, shave off some paint, and find a place to ground this chassis and then ground the battery to like right here or right here, separate like it's supposed to be.
all right, well, let's get the preliminaries out of the way. Let's crank this thing. No, put a crank. No.
I was just gonna do all that before we cranked it.
No, that's what we'll take this from now.
So what are we gonna do before we crank it?
First,
Well, yeah.
nothing. I've already did all the preliminaries.
Oh, okay. I thought we had to do something. To do a
No,
little
that's
pressure.
how I know it won't fit.
Where's the Allen set at?
Did I? When you turn it once, let it build a fuel pressure. Turn it back off. Wait about 5 seconds. Turn it back off. Then turn it back to the run position. Let it build fuel pressure. Then start it. Then move stuff out of the way here. Not fly off. Yeah, pump kicked in. One more time. Alright, you gonna put money on it? It's gonna start? What? I didn't sit in there. I was afraid to sit in there. I had to climb over to get the cow, which I didn't put all the way on because I know you want to clean that. So.
You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Drop it. No pump up. One of the cylinders is down.
What's going on?
Injector plug might come off. We didn't unplug the injector. That head thing. Now I am. We're back. We had some rain. We had to go get some coolant, milk, bananas, creamer. But anyway, did a quick code check because I thought we were down a cylinder, and coil E, we're taking its 5 since I plugged in, it wasn't hitting, so we're replacing it. We have 8 known good ones, so we got 8 shots at this. There we go. Brand new.
Yeah, I figured one of those real loud, I figured is what did it.
Yeah. But I don't like the vibration. Well, we got it to shut up on the lifters. But it does have a vibration in it, and I don't know where that's coming from. And the let me get my flashlight out and look at something real quick. I need my mirror. What I'm looking for is to make sure the transmission's mated properly. It felt good. We really worked hard on a bunch of different areas. Well, I did. Not saying he wasn't working hard. He was. Trying to make sure that something didn't get pinched in between the transmission and the engine. If I can get in there and take a look. So much crap in the way. If something's pinched, it'll be offset a little bit. I think I did myself when I said I wouldn't be sliding back into this. Oh no, that's 100%. It's perfect. There's nothing pinched, wedged. No, because you know when you go together, you can feel because the torque will start. You start feeling that when you're torquing it, something's flexing. And I've had it before. I've pinched wires, moved, and pulled back out because a wire fell down there and I didn't see it. You know, it happens. But no, it's 100%. So we're going to go back to the converter. We're going to go ahead and make sure the transmission's filled up. Maybe some of that fluid is slow enough where centrifugal force at an idle is hanging to one side. If y'all have seen that, I haven't, but I'm trying to figure out why this thing's got a vibration in it. Now granted, we still need to tune it. We got the HP tuners and all to do that, and that's the reason why it's stalling. It ain't got enough fuel out of idle. But the level, the vibration has halted any other thoughts.
What's this?
That's for your washer fluid. I couldn't find the other end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I didn't see the wire. It was dark, so I just laid off the side. I figured you wanted to take these 2 bolts off and clean this. That's the reason why I didn't go any further. Saying, well, I can't see it because it's dark. So you might want to clean that and clean this. Figured you wanted to do that. So. Okay, let me figure out. I heard it wrong. I pulled it in. It just had a noise at the bottom. So I know they did. All right. As I was saying, we're battling a weird vibration. More pronounced than an idle. Because the only thing that was changed in the rotating assembly is the torque converter. All the bolts lined up. There's no balance weights on it that I could tell. Yeah, everything guess at this point on the tune, whose laptop you want to put it on? Because it's going to be licensed to you. You gotta go to the website, download all that. So let's while he's doing that, and I get the laptop out and go ahead and put the HP tuner software. See what he came in? We got the wing. And it looks really good on there. We got a...
It's just primed, we just got to paint it.
Yep.
I was going to just use that grill paint, because why not? It's flat black paint, you know what I mean?
But on the bottom here, as you can tell, we got to make... it sets over it, but that is different than the factory one. The inlay seems to be all right, but the I'm about to shape a piece of metal that's going to hook on these on the rear right here. Yep. But as you can tell, there's the bent wing. Bent wing.
Bat
All right, yeah, bat wing. So let me while he's doing some more cleaning and stuff, let me get this software set up. As Queen's Rock said, it's just another rainy day. And this has plagued us so much between his schedule and my schedule doing this. But it runs. So I got the first tune in it, being just adjusting the idle up to 1,000 across the board. Hot, cold, and everything. So this thing will live. So I can go ahead and get some data out of the scanner so we can look at it and see what kind of adjustments we need. So give me a second. We'll get in this thing between the rain and see what we can do. I'm trying to make sure that on my values I want to monitor PIDs are in here. It's dead cold. So we'll start. We still got to get it up. It would not idle long enough for me to get everything stabilized under the hood. So still working with that. Put on it. I'll put on the gas right now. Start recording. Okay. We would need a drive cycle to determine VE and stuff like that. Sorry, I just woke up about 45 minutes. Remember, I am a trained professional. Showed 170. We're still on top there. Heater hoses feel good. That means it's circulating to the heater core, which we want for proper flow. Belt still on. It's in every groove. Thing looks good. You smell that header paint. Alternator, you can smell it. It's brand new. And he put 160 on it because he's going to be running some big boy amplifier stuff. Run that Mickey Mouse stuff I run. We had a bunch of ground system that we had put on here that go from battery to block, battery. We left the one for the body, but over to chassis ground, frame ground. And we had some touches happening inadvertently. And it got pretty hairy there for a bit. But we got it straightened out. I mentioned that earlier. Everything looks in good order. I'm impressed. He had put this back on after he cleaned it. It looks really good. I need to get that secured properly, and I'm going to be making him a bracket to hold this up. Let's see here. Everything looks good. Let me check the oil. I only put 5 quarts in it, though it holds I think close to 7. It's to flush is all we're doing with this one. Your mama and her kittens in there and all that. And I think the shot cat's the daddy. And something else. Yep, still got 5 quarts in it. I know it's a 1.5 quart low, but we're monitoring it. Like I said, we're just using a sacrificial oil filter and some oil to flush everything out the best that we possibly can. Was that another Queensryche reference? All right. All right. There are 1,000 things going on in your head when you put a motor together, you get it in, you think of every single bolt you touched, everything you plugged in. I mean, I know it's all right, but you never know. We do make mistakes. Let me tighten that up. I might go on a simple drive cycle. Test run, people call it, but drive cycle we used in the field for years because you're recording data based on a particular type of drive to get like the EGR to function properly, or the O2's up to temperature, or you're testing something to satisfy whatever the PID needs. Okie dokie. Let me get a small little drive and we'll go over the data and see what we got. As y'all can tell, I'm going over our first drive here on 05 Daytona Ram here, and if you look, we got some red we need to be addressing.
And the adjustments I'm going to be making is in the V tables. Right here for the different banks.
Who are you talking to?
The camera. I'm also going to be making adjustments to the timing, and once I get this resolved, or a small change that should correct a lot of this here, I'm going to go ahead and bring the idle speed back down about 150. I'm going to bring it down to 850. I got it across the board, as you can tell here. See here, just make sure every one of them. Say 1,000. Where's the other one? Just a minute. And drive, I got it set to 1,000. I want it just to hold at 1,000. So I'm going to bring those down also. And I'm also going to, like I said, I'm going to mess with the spark table here. And blah, blah, blah. Gotta give it a minute. Some other adjustments I'm going to be making. I'm sorry, it took a minute to find it. Don't have my glasses anywhere next to me, but glasses don't fix stupid. Maximum airflow, I'm gonna bump that up because, you know, the bigger camp's gonna flow more. So we're gonna bring this up to about 60, 65 pounds per minute. And the startup airflow, we're gonna be bringing those up a small factor. Trying to think here. The history. How much do I know about HP tuners? This is my first time dealing with it. All of you, the guys, HP tuners and Diablo and all that have been out for years. I've never used them. I know a lot about EFI, but I never really tuned too deep into them. I've always wanted to. Ethan's truck gave me this ability because he bought this stuff. He bought the credits because I told him we're going to have to do this and we're going to have to learn this to get the thing straightened out and run really good. My tuning is based on how the systems work and I know what they need. Trying to find everything in here, it takes a minute. I've had to go Google and YouTube where to find what I'm looking for, where I know the change is going to be. The old way I used to do fuel injection, where I can pull the data out just using a modified scan tool and put it in a spreadsheet. That's how I did my RAM. That's how the tables are changed on mine. But they're all very minor changes, and it took a while, a whole lot longer than a tool like this. And I don't know what a lot of those PIDs meant. I had to look them all up, and that's been many years ago. But I will say, give me a carburetor any day. But you can do a whole lot more with this, and more granular. If you use like a wideband sensor and on a carburetor, you can dial those in really, really, really good. But still not as close as this, especially with timing control and all this. This is great stuff, and we'll get it panned out. But like I said, this is the first time I'm actually getting here and started playing with this. And as anybody would tell you, anything, carburation, anything, small changes every time. So the changes I'm making, I've got a document on this smaller monitor down here. That's the name of the tune is going to be, and I'm going to document every small change I make, and that's going to go in the folder out on my share. I got a small storage array here, redundant storage. I don't trust putting this on a laptop and then walking around with the laptop and the hard drive dies. So I put it on, I got a share here at the house. So, and everything's going to be labeled on the share. There'll be a text document with each tune I do. So, because I'm not going to remember between tunes. But what I also did is I bought 2 more credits added to Ethan's setup, and I'm going to use them on my truck, and see how bad I got mine set up. So we'll see. And I'm going to really build mine for torque. Because I'll be pulling, its life now is actually in front of a trailer pulling lumber for the house, or pulling a kid's car, or now the camper, and it's 7,000 pounds. So it's going to be tuned for torque. He's got a badge of honor. It's called a Daytona, and it's serialized. It's all about horsepower. So give me a little bit, I get some changes, and then we'll make another run.